to another segment of Pointing Out the Obvious. We call it the Marquee Story of the Day. It's where I, Patrick Russell EA, along with my venerable co-host, Quiver through today's headlines, searching for the real. No matter how deep in the swamp we need to go, Blaine, you're a right-wing political consultant, but not just a talking head, a real operative in the war that rages in our country for the rule of all. Blaine, you're here to explain, if you can, right-wing spin. All right, Blaine, our marquee story of the day, it's a good one, buddy. The U.S. Supreme Court recently rules in favor of college athletes, opening the door for soon college athletes to be monetarily compensated for their collegiate success. Now, this individual ruling was narrow in scope. Think of a short line of dominoes, and this ruling simply pushed over the first one. But it's a big one, because that now opens the doors for what colleges can offer potential recruits. One of the things that this ruling did do was brought in the definition of educational related compensation. What's that, you ask? That's not, it is understandable considering how the Supreme Court just made that up. But from what I read, educational related compensation will relate to computers, iPads, and whatever electronic gizmo the student athlete requests in order to complete a course or a class. Fine. The other thing that this ruling did was that brought in the definition of jobs that are available to these student athletes. Now, with the existence of ultra-rich boosters who are hanging out at every coach's clinic, it's not too hard to imagine this particular loophole becoming a recruiter's delight. What will ultimately happen is that a semi-pro league will develop where schools will now be vying for other schools for the best prospects. Well, what will happen from that, you ask? An arms race, of course, where the most successful schools will be battling it out for the most lucrative prospects. Now, whether above board or under the table, the amount of money that we're discussing is so great that it'll be too hard for me to imagine where a uber successful football coach wouldn't be above bending his own ethical compass in order to bring in a surefire 5-star recruit. Now, my question to you, Blaine, is this. Student athletes, is there any chance at all for the amateur nature of sports to survive this inclusion of the temptation of money? Your thoughts?
Thank you, Brother Pat. I think we need to give credit where credit is due. I'd like to congratulate the entire NCAA, all the power conferences, the presidents, and the athletic directors and head coaches alike. I salute all of you. Y'all had a good thing going there for a while. But as my first boss used to say, the one who still owes me my last 2 paychecks, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Through your transparent display of financial gain, so lucrative and so consistent, the word malfeasance comes to mind. You are all too shrewd for your own good. Your scheme of monetizing the marvelous exploits of your labors at the cellar-dwelling cost of a scholarship and calling it amateurism must now sadly come to an end. From now on, the word student athletes will only be used as a punchline you go to when you need a guaranteed laugh at the party. The game, my friends, has just become a war, where the difference between a winning and a losing season could mean the difference between billions of dollars. And I'll tell you another thing, Brother Pat. It won't be too long before hanging on to your favorite team mascot will require offering full health coverage and a platinum-style retirement plan. God bless.
Hard to believe, Blaine, this entire saga began in 2008 when one-time UCLA great Ed O'Bannon, playing on his buddy's couch, you know, the video game of himself on that EA NCAA game. Apparently, he was annoyed that the programmers didn't fix his shaky jumper or his undersized frame, but he was more annoyed that he wasn't getting paid off that overachieving powder blue likeness of his.
Oh, take it easy there, Brother Pat. It's not too hard to figure out how this light bulb turned on in this Bruin's head. from his buddy's couch. Good Lord.